Okay, this is going to be the last video for the foundation plan. A couple things we're going to do is we're going to change this beam to a phantom line. We're going to put in our door. We're going to hatch out all of our stuff, and then we're just going to add a lot of blocks and notes to it. So let's get to this quickly. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this line right here, and we want to change this to the Phantom 2 layer. You're not going to see this on here. You're going to need to click on Other, and you're going to click on Load. And we're loading a new line type into the drawing. And I want you to slide down till you'll see this one that says Phantom 2.5 and click on OK. And you will not see this because I already loaded mine. And then click on OK. Once that you have loaded that line, we can now access it. And we're basically going to do an override. And the override will tell you, make sure that this becomes Phantom 2. And you'll see that that becomes a dashed line right there. All right, just kind of cleaning up a few things here. I need this to go away. We're going to clean up, take the zero layer off. We don't need these lines anymore, okay, around the concrete. And I'll allow you to do the rest of these on your own, so I'm not wasting a lot of time. Go ahead and put the zero on. All right, we talked about we need a door. We're going to have a door up here. It's a 3-foot door because it's an exterior door going into the basement, and it's left-handed. So let's go in here to Doors, and we're going to go to Insert, Insert. We're going to look for a regular door, left-handed, right here, okay? And it's going to be 3 on the X, 3 on the Y. So we'll hit Scale, type in 3. There it is. This door is backwards. We want it to open in, so I'm going to rotate it, this object, from here with ortho on, 180 degrees, and I'm going to grab it and move it, and we're just going to kind of move it here into the corner, all right, and make sure that it comes all the way. They'll put it there, and then we'll just slide it over. Let's see, how many feet is that? We're going to slide that over about 4 foot. Enter. Okay. Once I put this door in here, I got to make sure that I've got it perpendicular. All right, and we're going to go ahead and explode the wall here, which it's nobody's favorite thing to do, but we're going to do that anyway so we can trim this out. Okay, so we're going to click on here. We're going to click on the explode command, and now I can trim this out. Okay, it did get rid of our lines there, which that kind of stinks. So let's see here. Let's go do an undo. Let's see if we can trim these one at a time. Trim that one, trim that one, trim that one. And then we will need to draw a line that's just like this. We'll fix that later. Actually, we can just leave that exactly like that right there because this is below the footing. All right, the next thing we're going to do, and you can't do this till you have all of your windows in and your door in, is we're going to hatch out, and we're going to use the concrete hatch. So I'm going to click on the down arrow, okay, and look for AR Conc. And once I do that, you'll see I've got my concrete, and this all belongs on the hatch layer. Make sure we did put that on the hatch layer. So we can turn that off, and now I've hatched everything out. You got to make sure that when you trim that, you get that perfect. Put this on the door and window layer, and we're pretty good. All right, a few of the other things that we need to do is we need to do our steps in here. Okay, so we're just going to draw one line on the zero layer that's going to go from wall to wall, starting at the door. That will be the last step, and we're going to offset 11 inches. Okay, we're going to offset 11 inches, and we're just going to go this way all the way to the end. These are the steps, and you'll continue all the way to the end on the drawing. All right, that is the majority of the drawing that we have to do. At this point, we're just going to put in some fixtures, and I'm not going to do all of them. We're going to put in a pull menu or a pull down light fixture. It's got one that says P on it. Let's see here if we can find that. There it is. There's one that it roughly goes like right in here. We also have outlets in the basement. There's a GFI outlet. We're going to put a GFI outlet in here. Okay, we need to rotate this. I'm going to rotate. I'll just put this one against the wall. You'll have to rotate yours later. All right. There's also regular outlets. We'll talk about those in class in a lecture. We need the floor drain. There's going to be a floor drain at the bottom of the stairs. There's also going to be a floor drain. I'm going to copy this one to a different spot. And you can look on the drawing and see where a lot of this stuff goes. Turn ortho off. There's a floor drain there. Okay. There's a hot water heater, a washer, a dryer. Okay. The sump pump, you can put all that in by hand. Okay. And then just lots of notes. Okay. The last thing we're going to draw a line, and this line is going to come down 2 feet. Enter. Okay. And we're going to come back on an angle. Okay. We're going to make this angle 5 inches. And then we're going to go hit tab, and we're going to make this at an angle of 70 degrees. So it's 5 inches, 70 degrees. And we're going to come across perpendicular just like that. We're going to do the same thing down here. That was 5 at 70. So we're going to come down 5. I'm going to hit the tab command. Okay, it's going to be 180 minus 70, which is going to be 110. I'll explain that to you in class. And then we'll hit enter, and we'll come straight across like this. And we're going to hatch these out. We're going to hatch these out, and these should be solid. Hit the down arrow, go back to solid, click close hatch, and there we are. And then the rest of it is just going to be making notes. So we're going to go to annotate, multiline. We have lots of notes to put in this drawing. So this note here, we want to make sure we're using the D South text. So I'm going to use D South. Okay, and this note says 2 inch by 10 inch. And then I'm going to hit enter, floor joist. And then it says 16 inches, and then space, inches, OC. Close. There's lots of text in here, lots of dimensions that we're going to put in. Okay, when you're putting your dimensions in, you're going to remind you that we're going to pull them out 2 feet. These dimensions are a little bit different. We go from edge to edge. I didn't get that pulled out 2 feet, so I'm just going to pull it out 24 inches from here. And then I'm going to use my continue dimension as I go along here. To there, to there, to there. Continue on, going down, and then there. All right. Your dimensions do not have to be perfect on the outside. I'll allow you to have them just a little bit different than what I had as far as your window placement goes. Make sure you get the washer, the dryer, the sump pump, the furnace, and all the other lines. And it looks good, and you can bring it up for the red pen of death, and I will give you some feedback. That's it.